I think I found the most simple way and also the fastest way to change water inside my aquariums here in my aquascaping studio. So guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I built the system, which components I'm using, and the routine, how I change water, fastest way possible in my studio aquariums. Let's get started. To install the myAQUA 3800, I used a little hack. I marked the holes at the back of the unit on masking tape. This way it was much easier to find the right location to drill holes in the wall. Next up, I installed the Multifilter 4000. This behemoth contains 4000 milliliters of high-quality resin and will absorb whatever is left in the water. You see, in Germany we have relatively high silicate in the tap water, and this way I can get TDS 0, absolutely pure water. I have been using the Multifilter before in my home nano gallery attached to the water change cart. But now it finally will have its own place on the wall. I quickly mounted the power brick from the myAQUA in between and moved on to the automatic water hose roll-up box from Gardena. Trust me when I say you didn't know you need one until you see how comfortable it is. With the hose box on the wall, it was time to prepare the 300-liter water bucket. I knew I was going to automate the refill, but just in case, it's always nice to have an overflow. I drilled a hole and attached the tap that came with it right at the top of the bucket and connected it with a super soft tubing from Chihiros to the sink. I know the tubing is way too long at this moment. I will shorten it later. To monitor the quality of my reverse osmosis water, I installed an Inline TDS meter. This way I can immediately see when it's time to replace the resin inside the multifilter. While the water was running, and I have to admit, the myAQUA 3800 is producing a lot of water really fast. 2.6 liters per minute. I began assembling the Gardena pump. This pump is probably overkill, but it has a built-in auto switch. It detects when the tap is closed and goes in standby mode. Once the tap is open, it turns on automatically. I decided to flush the pump before using it with RO water, and you can see how much power it has. After everything was connected, I flushed the Gardena tubing too. This way I can be sure it's really clean and ready for use. So guys, now that you have seen how I installed all of this, let me talk briefly about the ARKA myAQUA 3800 and why I love the system so much. First things first, I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. It's maybe the nicest RO system on the market. The pricing is very competitive, both the 1900 and the 3800, producing blazing fast and a lot of water very, very quickly. But the number one argument why I love the system so much is how easy it is to maintain it, to do the service, to swap out the cartridges. And I think the best way to tell you is to actually show you. So let me take out all the 3 cartridges plus the membrane and put it back in, and we're going to measure the time, okay? So first of all, I have to close the water. Water is closed. Then pull the power cable. Power is out. Now I have to remove the pressure from the system. Done. Now I'm ready to go. Basically, take out first filter, second filter, third one, plus the membrane. Completely disassembled. Now I would get new cartridges, new RO membrane, and then put everything back in again. Let's do that. Pretend I just swapped them out. The membrane goes in first. Then the C2, which is second, like a final stage, carbon filtration. Then we have the first stage, carbon filtration, and the mechanical pre-filter. Done. What was that? A minute or so? I don't know. You see it on the clock. So fast. Loving it. Guys, the same thing with the, I don't know, classic RO system like some of my clients still have. That takes me an hour, sometimes 2 hours. And then the stuff is leaking. Yes, this goes super fast to swap out these cartridges, but also they are a little bit more expensive than the regular ones, but ARKA got you covered. With this tool, you can unscrew the bottom and then take out what's on the inside. So these ones are sold separately. You can get both, the combination pre-assembled, or just this one, which is much cheaper. You know, invest those 10 seconds yourself and swap out the cartridge inside this body, screw it back together. Nothing compared with other systems. And now let's get to the routine where I show you how I actually change water using all of this in one of my aquariums. So guys, there's one part missing in my setup, and it's like a switch or toggle, something that refills the bucket automatically. For this, I see two options. One would be a mechanical floating switch, you know, like in the toilet where, you know, the water closes the refill. But that also means as soon as I take out just a tiny little bit, or maybe there is some movement, the RO system is triggered every so often. I might not want that. The other alternative is something from Tunze, which is an electronic switch, actually two switches, one at the top, one at the bottom. So when the water level drops down, as soon as it gets to the bottom switch, then it triggers the refill. So let's say maybe at 50% the refill begins. And then the top switch says, okay, now the barrel is full, no need more water, and then it turns it off with a solenoid. Let me know which one you think I'm going to install. And if you have any questions about this whole setup, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Gonna see you in the next one. Bye.